Hello everyone, my name is Tana and welcome to the Glassmith Podcast.
Welcome, friends.
So today I have some very special guests with me. We've got Sky, one of our main event coordinators for the Glassmith, and then we've got MOONBBY. She's performed at Frothing, which Baxter also holds. So today we're just going to be talking about kind of their roles in the industry and what they have coming up soon. So Sky, I think we should start off with you first. If you just want to talk a little bit about what you do for the Glassmith and what you think your role is.
Well, I book a lot of artists for our events on Fridays and Saturdays and different vending markets.
So our vending markets, yeah.
Yeah, essentially. And then also coordinate bigger events. Like at the end of this month, we're doing a event on the 26th. That's going to be back to school. We're going to have a bunch of different bands, vendors, like free drinks, bud, all that stuff.
Okay, dope. So do you also do artist organizations? Do you help with vending? What is your background role? You know what I'm saying? Or do you do setup?
Pretty much all of the above.
Basically all of it? Okay, yeah, that's very true.
Anything that I'm needed to do at that time, I do, whether it's setup or helping with coordinating the vendors or getting the artists there, basically all that.
Okay, so you helped out a lot when we had Frothing on May 29th with the Glassmith. So Baxter, do you want to talk about a little bit of what you do behind the scenes with Frothing and how you run that?
I do a lot of different stuff for it. I book the artists, book the vendors. Chase does a lot of the flyers. I pretty much do everything for it.
Give a shout out to Chase.
Shout out Chase.
What's his Instagram?
It's animated by Chase.
Yeah, he does a lot of y'all's videos too, huh? Your recap videos. So you basically just do all of Frothing on your own, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so MOONBBY. Now on to you. I know that you're in a co-op, right? Which co-op are you in?
I'm at Pearl Street Co-op.
Okay, so you do a lot of their event organization, but then you also perform as well. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I've been throwing shows there for, I think it's going to be my third year there. And then I organize shows at other venues and DIY spots as well. And I randomly started DJing because of Baxter.
Was the first one you did?
Yeah, dude. And then it was crazy because it was I was oh, it's just probably gonna be local bands and stuff, no pressure. And then I posted the flyer because I didn't even know who Maddox was. And then I was oh my god, that's crazy lineup. I was that was so goated of you to just have that on a lineup, and it was free for people.
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
When was that?
That was spring break. South
that
by
was
Southwest.
this last spring break.
That was opening South by.
She also did a crazy South by show.
So you just started DJing too, though. That was your first one, and then you did South by.
Yeah, well, I threw South by shows,
okay.
But he put me on for sure, and then I started getting booked a bunch, and I just did my first DJ sets in New York, so it was really cool.
That's really exciting. What did you do? What was that for in New York?
It was this art festival in Rockaway Beach, and then there's a venue there called Baby's All Right that I got to DJ.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super
I didn't even know that. That's really, really cool.
Baby's All Right, that's sick. I went there. Yeah, I went there I just went to a show there, but it was pretty fun.
It's cool.
You've been wanting to do Frothing in New York, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
that's definitely
I think that would be really, really cool. So I kind of wanted to ask, since you all really work with artists and just vendors, people like that, you're really, even though you're behind the scenes, you're the face of it. You know what I'm saying? You still are the ones that the artists see. And I feel you probably have some crazy stories, maybe a few, something funny or just the highs and lows. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your best story or worst story of organizing events, working with people. Whoever wants to go first. Sky?
I got a pretty crazy few crazy stories about working with some artists. I'll start with, this is gonna be pretty much the worst thing that's ever happened when working with an artist here. So it's this guy, but wild. So now I'm a lot less trusting of artists we book. They aren't gonna, it'll take some more to win me over after I've been burned once.
Blowing up my phone and then you'll get hired. Yeah.
No, you gotta show me something.
You gotta take the red flags now.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Have you guys ever had like experiences like that? Like,
yeah, like my first show that I ever threw at the co-op, there was this band that came and played, and when I was like letting them in to like load in all their stuff, their drummer was just super drunk, dude, like off a sick one, and it's like I was like, he'll probably be able to like recollect himself.
Yeah, like he's probably used to this. Is what he does. Yeah.
But they go on stage. Also, they brought like 20 girls with them, like all like in the back. I was like, okay, they're on their rock star vibe or whatever. But I mean, it's a co-op at the end of the day. But
like you're still performing in West Campus.
No, but I was like, okay, let's see what these guys got. But so they go and they start playing, and the singer introduces everyone in the band, and the drummer is like the one who's like really drunk, and he gets up from the drums and like gets in front of the stage and takes the microphone from the singer and reintroduces everyone. And I was just watching this go down. I was like, this is gonna be an interesting
Because like, what are you supposed to do either? Like, they're already up there.
Right. So like the crowd was like getting kind of like confused, but it was just kind of like interesting for everyone to see what was gonna happen. So then he goes and sits back down. Like, you can tell everyone else in the band is like kind of looking at him weird or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like before he starts playing, he has like these boots on. He takes each boot off like one by one. I'm sitting by like the sound person, and he throws it, like not necessarily at us, but he throws it in our direction. But he doesn't stop there, because then he takes off his socks, dude, and he throws them too, dude. I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Like to the crowd?
No,
like,
towards us, bro. Like,
no.
I mean, he's trying to get out the way, I see, but like it was just insane.
Yeah, that's like a strange thing to do. No,
right.
No lie.
And so then I had to go like do security or something, but when I came back, like my friend was like, dude, they like stopped him mid-set because he was playing so bad. And I was talking to the bands that played like in the lineup or whatever, and basically one of the other bands, like they had just went out to eat and had food poisoning, so they were all, so it was like a crazy in like the back lot, because one band was like throwing up, and the band that just played, all of the members were beating him up, the drummer. And there's just, like, a crowd around. And then, like, so, like, the cops, like, rolled by. And, like, they're like, is anything going on here? And obviously, like, they all stopped. And they're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. Like,
but,
just let us handle it.
Right, dude. But then that was the last time that band ever played.
Wow. That's really crazy.
That was the first show I ever threw.
That's really valid, though, because how are you going to show up drunk? Like, how are you going to show up that drunk, too?
It was
like,
crazy, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
No,
but you up now. It was an experience,
for sure.
Baxter?
Did the band break up? Or
they
broke up
after that. Like, because of that?
And then, like, the next show that I threw was, like, a month later. Like, none of them were on speaking terms anymore. And, like, half of the band had come. And then he came alone. And then, like, one of them told me, it was the guy who, like, broke up the band, I guess. But it's just, like, dude, I haven't seen them in forever. I was like, go talk to them, dude. I'm sure they're like, so they're kind of like reconciled or whatever. But
well, that's
they
good,
were
at
done.
Least. You brought them to their end and
I
their
guess,
new beginning.
bro.
Like you got them. Godspeed.
For sure.
Yeah.
Baxter, you got any crazy stories?
I mean, honestly, nothing that crazy.
Really?
'Cause I feel like most of the artists that we get for Frothing are like people like I already kind of know in the first place. Like I've never like booked an artist that I didn't like. I mean, I guess I have booked artists I already knew, but like everybody's been vouched for. You know, I don't know. I've never really had like I've had a pleasant experience.
Well, what's like
artist.
What's like your best experience then? Like who is like someone who is just like super sweet?
I mean, Polo
like,
Perks was really nice.
He was really nice. Like
he's
got a really good energy.
Yeah, definitely. It's just really I feel like it's the best when you're working with the artist who like actually is excited to be there.
Yeah.
And come out, you know, versus you just kind of pulling up to get their money.
I definitely agree. Like somebody who can see the value in like what we're doing and don't just think it's like a small venue or whatever they want to think. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, this is something that I wanted to ask everybody. It's a little bit off the topic, but we were talking about it before you guys got here. What would you, okay, so do y'all ever want to get married?
Well,
like this is like the precursor. That's what I'm saying. It's very off topic, but like, do y'all ever want to get married? Because I feel like that's like I have to know that before I can ask you guys this question.
I feel like we got into the other question.
Well, like I feel like that's a yes or no. Like, is my question really gonna change whether or not you want to get married?
Dude, I'd love to find love.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be
so
cool.
Yeah, like so like not do y'all want to marry me, but like one day, right? Like
yeah,
it's a hope. So let's say you're at your wedding, and like Sky, Baxter, just put yourself in like a woman's shoes, because I feel like this is like, it's usually like the cake gets smashed on the woman's face. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you cut the cake and the man, like I've seen a lot of this being like viral on the internet. Like the cake smash. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've only seen that at like Mexican birthday parties, bro.
See, but no, people are doing it at weddings.
Wow.
They're like taking the cake and smashing it on their like wife's face, but they'll take
That's
like, a
crazy.
big chunk. And
Yeah,
so,
I'm gonna be pissed if that
Caitlin,
happens.
yeah, Caitlin was talking about it, and she was like, "I would leave my wedding. Like
Yeah.
if that happened in the midst of my wedding, I'm gone." What do y'all think?
I'd
Like-
be like, that's not cool.
Right?
But then
Like,
I'd
you
like
wouldn't
probably
be
laugh
down?
or something. I don't know, dude. If it already happened, I wouldn't let it ruin anything. Like
You wouldn't leave.
No,
Like,
bro.
you
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
be
what
that
the
bad?
heck, guys?
Well, like your
I'd have to
makeup's
understand.
done. Like
At that point in time, I'm like, dude.
I'm
That's
already
crazy.
married.
Yeah,
so it's
right.
Like, yeah, I guess
Like, did
so.
you guys at least get a boomerang of that or something?
Yeah,
Like,
like
come
was the
on.
picture funny?
Right.
Yeah. Sky,
I think it would, like, I think I would think it's funny.
you would probably do the cake smashing. You give that vibe.
I wouldn't not, because
What do you mean? Yes, you would.
Well,
like,
I would want to. I would be supportive
it
of
would
the
be
cake
the
smashing.
intrusive thoughts.
No, I would be
like,
supportive of the cake smashing, but I like you saying me doing this to my wife.
Well, yeah, like
I would like how to ruin it, how to get divorced, like speed run, like.
Well, let's just talk about.
Speed
Well, let's
run.
just talk about this, because before we were talking about it when you were here, Austin was sitting in the corner like he is right now, laughing and giggling, because like he like disagrees. Like he's like, no, it's just tradition. Like everyone smashes the cake, and like that's why I wanted to know y'all's opinions, because like I think it's out of pocket, and like some people don't think it's out of pocket.
Yeah. I feel like it's so like up to the person. I feel like it's gotta be planned. Like if it was unplanned happening, I would be.
No,
I'd be
but I
sick.
feel like most of the
Yeah.
time it is probably unplanned. Like you can see it in like the people's faces. Like,
They probably knew it would, like, there's
It
a
was gonna
possibility it
happen.
would happen.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I just feel like I would be mad. I would leave my wedding as well, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about it, because, you know, I just
What would you
needed
do
some
if your
opinions.
husband was the one who did it to you?
Well, okay, and this is what I was saying earlier as well. It does kind of depend for me, because if it was a little piece, I'd probably be like, oh, haha. But, like, these people are, like, grabbing the cake like this, and, like,
Think like whole pie to the face.
then I would leave my wedding. Like, then we're getting a divorce. Like, you can get it annulled in, like, 24 hours. So, like, then we're getting that shit annulled and I'm out. Like, because, like, if you're getting married to me by this point, you would know that I don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know me well enough. I think that's the thing it is for me.
Sure.
Is, like, a lot of the people who are, like, getting mad at, like, they get mad at it. I'm like, your husband should know you a little bit better,
Yeah.
you know? Okay, we'll go back to the other topics, I guess. I was really interested in asking you, since like you have been DJing lately, and like you said you've been getting booked for more shows. Like, do you think it's been harder to get booked being like a woman DJ? Because I just feel like there's a lot of disrespect for women DJs in like the DJ world, you know?
Definitely. I think like these days it's easier to get booked. Like for
Really?
me as well.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like more people want like diversity on their lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really cool. I think I've had more problems like being taken seriously as like throwing events in
Okay,
some
yeah.
places.
Yeah.
But like DJing, I think it's been like.
What do
sick.
you mean by like throwing events? Like just like with booking artists,
Yeah.
or with like getting people to come? Or?
For like so my roots like start in like DIY co-op stuff. So
Okay.
it's like kind of I guess how people have a conception of the co-ops and stuff in like the music industry.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like not the most like professional like outlook on it. So it's like sometimes it can be difficult to like get like some venues to like give me a chance to, like throw
Yeah.
shows there.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that, and then like there's been like situations where like I haven't gotten credit like for throwing shows,
Mhm.
even though it's like I was like working like with men
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Besides that, no, it's been awesome.
Like, it's been
being a
pretty
woman.
chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
that's
not gonna lie.
really
She
good.
does like the most like unique,
Oh, dude.
creative, like crazy
Thank you.
shows.
Did you guys do the
honestly.
meme museum?
Yeah.
That was you guys, right?
So Jazzy hit me up with that idea, and I was like, I'd love to like let you have a space to do
Uh-huh.
that. And so we had this one room, and she had like a whole crew like clear it out and have it all in a U-Haul, and she had this whole team and they set it up so cool. And like if you went to that room like 24 hours after like how it normally was before they like cleaned it all, it's such a mess. But it was I was like, dude, leave it all there, please.
Yeah. I didn't get to go to it. I was
sick,
working,
dude.
but it
That's
looked
real.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Like I was like, it looked like a really good event too. Cause like
It was
I
cool.
remember seeing the flyers and being like fuck, I wish I could go and see how this turns out. Because like I don't know, it was just really funny. I know Jazzy and I know Miles. Miles was like posting the ones that he had done, and I thought that shit was so funny.
It was such a cool concept.
Did you like you heard about the meme museum, right?
Or
no? It's okay if you haven't. Like I'm asking.
Is it related to the meme page?
It was more just like Pearl Street Co-ops, like it was like almost like an event that they threw where it was like almost like an art gallery of memes though, right? Like that was basically
but we collabed with Jazzy, so I would like give her credit for like that whole part
like
of
it was like her like little idea.
Yeah, but it was sick.
And Jazzy's Jazzy Ann. I've told you. Jazzy Ann is like a YouTuber who also goes to UT, who's
dope.
big in the space. She's really, really cool. I love her. That's awesome to hear though. Like I love seeing women in powerful positions. That's why I ask, because like I'm always curious, you know. Breaking into different spaces is
for sure
fun and hard and different. But yeah, I think I just kind of want to also see like what y'all's plans for the future are. Obviously no spoilers or anything, but like what like future artists y'all hope to work with, or you know, even like dream artists. Like it could be like crazy, you know what I'm saying, like Drake or some shit. Like who would y'all want to work with?
Clara.
Clara?
Yeah, I was into Clara on the way. Like, yeah, Clara
Really?
would be pretty sick.
I think Clara would fit the frothing vibe.
For
I'm a little bit of a Claro hater.
How are you a Clara hater?
I don't know. It's just like, what was that song? Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just pissed me off. like being so real with you, like, Claro, if you ever see this, I doubt you will, but if you ever see this, like, no hate to you, girl, but, like, low-key. Like, I don't know. I just, like, have beef. But if she came to frothing, that would be dope, and I would be like, holy shit, Claro's here. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Christina?
Dude, my dream would be to do something like Warped Tour, which is like, like late 90s, mid 2000s or whatever. They had like alternative bands tour all across the 50 states, and I'd love to like bring something like that back. It's like my ultimate dream.
What kind of music, or just like all kinds?
Same type of vibe, like
the same like
punk,
alternative
screamo,
emo,
alternative.
like that would be dope.
That would be really cool.
That would actually be so cool, because I feel like we grew up. Our generation was like right at the end of Warped Tour. Like none of us were like very old enough to like go
fully
and actually experience it.
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be so cool. Would you go to a Warped Tour, Sky?
I would. That sounds fire.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like
favorite or dream artist?
My dream artist would be Paris, Texas. Like,
ooh,
dude,
that's a good one.
Shout out their new album Midair, out now.
Like you're their manager. Well, what do you like about Paris, Texas? Like
they're different. I think. Like I think they bridge different styles, and I think they're creative, and I like the creativity I see from them.
Okay, then let me ask you this question. I guess this is kind of a question for everybody, but like, what if an artist were to hit you up that you're not a particularly like big fan of, but like not in necessarily you don't really like their music, but like I don't know, someone who's been like canceled, like you know what I'm saying? Let's say like Kanye.
Like, I would book Kanye.
Like, you still book Kanye?
Who wouldn't book Kanye?
Yeah, I mean that would be
yeah.
cool.
Like, yeah, I would book. Well, maybe it
what
can't
about
be.
DaBaby?
Yeah, like it's got to be like not Kanye. Like DaBaby. Like he's still a really big name. Like music taste is questionable for like a lot of people. So like it's not as big as Kanye, but like he'd still be a big name. But he's been canceled for some shit. Like, would you guys still book?
I'm not a big fan, but
so like
it's
you
a cool
wouldn't,
name.
or would you
No,
do
I
it?
wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I probably wouldn't.
Not to be like, would y'all sell out? But I'm just curious, because like if I was in y'all's position too, like I would do it as well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't spend money to book. Like I wouldn't like for how much money that would be.
What if
DaBaby
DaBaby was like, I'll perform for $1,500? Like, would you do it?
I just really wouldn't have that much interest, so I'd be like, nah.
You'd be like, nah, really? Sky would do it.
For $1,500, like.
DaBaby in the house, like for real.
Nah, any press is good press, you know?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I feel like it's just a little bit hard, cause like with You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, because he was a talented artist.
Well,
but
like,
it's like...
that's... okay, it would be difficult, because, like, it would be a moral, like...
That's what I'm saying. Like,
shitty,
wouldn't
like,
it,
morally.
like, be, like, a little bit of a moral dilemma?
Yeah.
Like, just to, even a little bit. Because, like, think about it. There's, like, there's a diverse population of people who, like...
Well, like, I would just be using him. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So, like, in, like... a greater sense, like you're not, like you're taking from him.
I'm taking advantage of DaBaby's popularity. Like I don't.
But you're not friends.
Like
with
I don't
DaBaby.
care about DaBaby.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have an interesting question for Christine and Baxter. Like you two are both like very successful people in like what y'all do. What do you think is like the skill y'all have that contributes most to y'all's success?
For me, I feel it's like bringing people together, like creating community. And yeah, I think community is the biggest thing. And like if you create a space where people know it's like there's gonna be a bunch of like weird themes and different like weird things that are gonna happen, you're gonna bring like a bunch of like odd people, creative people, and it's gonna create a space where people can just meet people, and it creates a cool community. And I think like that's like, in my opinion, is like the biggest thing for success.
Making a space where like people can be comfortable.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, even just here, like
yeah.
I like your vibe a lot.
Thanks,
like I know we just met,
yeah,
but
like,
you're like you seem very much like you're like a really good people person, and like you can like really make people feel like you're friendly towards them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good.
Me too.
Yeah, I would say like staying persistent and also like setting realistic goals. Just because like with Frothing, it started out as like the garage sale. And like, because like from the start, I knew, okay, I'm gonna turn it into like a whole music festival and get all of these vendors, but I didn't have like the funds, the resources, the following to do any of that. So like from the start, I just kind of created the stepping stones. Okay, the first event needs to be this, the next event is gonna be this many vendors, this budget, and then I just kind of created like a realistic timeline to grow it to get to where I want to go. So like, just staying persistent, and then also just staying realistic, because so many people say like, oh, I'm going to start a music festival, I'm going to start this thing. But then it's like, they don't even look at the steps. They just say they're going to do it a bunch, and then never end up even doing it, you know?
And, like, I feel like you've definitely, like, grown your following. Because, like, I remember seeing Frothing when you first started it out. And, like you said, it started out as, like, a garage sale.
Yeah, it was
and then it was just, like a flea market type of vibe,
right? So I had, like, I used to sell clothes on Depop. Like, I would be telling everybody
Depop
I'm going to turn it, I would tell everybody I wanted to turn it into, like, a music festival. So then, essentially, like, I was kind of weird, like, turning a Depop into a music festival.
Yeah.
But, like, I threw the first in-person event, met everybody, told everybody who came, I'm going to throw a music festival out based off of it. And then, like, the next summer, that's when we did the Hotel Ugly show.
Okay, and everyone was down.
Yeah.
Like, that was really cool. Where do you see Frothing in 5 years?
I mean, I got big goals with it.
Okay.
I got big goals with it. Like, honestly, just keep growing. Like, the goal of this upcoming, like, school year is going to, like, probably take a break on doing shows, and we're just going to kind of work towards one big, like, Frothing Fest with, like, probably get a couple of big names, big capacity. I don't know, just keep growing it, scaling it up and up.
Getting
and then
more
also
to, like, a festival point.
Yeah, like, literally
once a
the
year
goal.
For 3 days or
like,
something.
the end goal is to, like, take over ACL. As crazy as that sounds, the goal is to literally,
no,
like,
I think that you could do it too. I think that
something.
like you're more in touch with what people want.
Yeah, ACL is kind of, they're fried, honestly.
Yeah, like,
they're like the lineup.
This lineup sucks. Like, there's like a few good names, but
they
like
get the
for
same,
the most
like,
part, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like talk bad on anybody, but we saw how they did with the Zilker Park stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think about that a lot too. You want to talk about this next upcoming Frothing that we're about to go interview at?
Yeah, we're going to do on Friday at Mohawk. It's the West 22nd release show. MOONBBY is going to be DJing. She's going to close the night off. It's going to be sick. My little brother Knox is going to play. It's like his last show before he drops his next like project. And then Daydream Twins are going to play. It's going to be cool. It's sold out. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's about the end.
You got any shows coming?
I have September 30th at Electric Church. It's like gonna be like a screamo show, and then I think it's collabed with like Nerve Damage, which is like a local comic like creation. And then October, just a bunch of shows. Just keep your eye out.
Just be ready for them.
For sure.
Sky, we've got
We've got shows every Friday and Saturday of every week. We got this weekend, we're doing karaoke on Saturday nights, and also going to have some comics out doing an open mic night. We got a drag show on the 29th of September in West Campus. And we're going to have vendors, like music. It's going to be pretty fire. But that's all the events we have planned out right now. But it's going to be basically a big event at the end of every month.
Okay. So yeah, keep your eyes out for all of us throwing our events. You know, we're all really talented, creative people. I wanted to say thank you to Sky, Christina, and Baxter for coming out on the Glassmith Podcast. There's going to be a little part 2 where we're a little bit behind the scenes at Frothing this Friday. So be sure to stick around for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's the Glassmith here. My name is Tana, and tonight we're hanging out at Frothing Fest. We're going to be interviewing some artists. Let's get it.
All right. Knox Write. Yeah. Baxter's brother. I know Baxter, but I don't know you. But your performance tonight, it's your second performance?
This is going to be my 4th performance now. All Frothing. I've only done Frothing shows. It's a little bit of nepotism, but, you know, it's fun. I think it's fun. It's good nepotism, you know?
No, I think it's so sick. I like your music. Like, I hear you produce a lot of it. Is that true?
Yeah, I produce all of it. Because I started as, like, a YouTube producer, but then I kind of, like, evolved, I guess, into, like, artist, and then I did my beats. I basically do everything. I still produce for people, too.
That's awesome, bro. You're really talented. Like, I've been to a couple of the other Frothings, and I really enjoyed your performance. You ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready. I'm excited. The thing I'm most excited about is I'm doing an acoustic song. I'm trying it for the first time. I wrote it last night, so hopefully it turns out good. But I'm excited. I'm like nervous, excited. It's like, you know, the usual. It'll be fun.
That's sick as fuck, dog. Like, what's one thing in this performance that you're gonna change from your past ones? Like, you're learning a lot as an artist. So what's the first thing on your mind when you go out right now?
I think I'm gonna try to give a performance. I feel like let me be more clear. Like, I'm gonna try to sing more than I usually do. I feel like, because I feel like when I started off, my voice and like control wasn't as good as it is now. I'm excited to just like give it my all. I guess it's gonna be fun. I'm so hyped. I'm really hyped, to be honest.
That's sick. And then, like, last question. I know your brother's gonna be on there, DJing for you. What's that mean for you? Like, being up there with your brother. Like what have y'all been through to get to this point?
It's like, what have we not been through? We made like YouTube videos. We've done it all. It's gonna be. I'm excited for him to be on stage. You know, maybe he'll do like some stage diving or whatever. I don't know what he's gonna do on there. I heard he's gonna juggle or something. Like, maybe he'll do a couple flips. But I don't know. I mean, we've been through a lot together. And it's really good to be close with your brother, because, like, I don't think we're ever going to, like, grow apart. And it's like family. Family's very strong. And, you know, my whole family's coming out, too, and they're going to watch us both on stage. It's going to be fun.
That's sick, man. Well, hey, thanks so much for talking to me. Yeah. Good luck tonight, bro. I'm going to be there in the crowd cheering you on. Good luck, dog.
Thank you, man.
Okay, so I'm here with West 22nd. I just wanted to ask you guys y'all's names first off.
I'm Gabe, also my name's Logan Madsen.
So tonight is a very exciting show for y'all. Obviously, we're playing at the Mohawk Theater. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, just like excited?
Very excited, very nervous. It's hot in Austin right now.
Yeah,
it's toasty. It's gonna be very hot in that venue too, so I'm just excited.
What do you think is like the first thing that's gonna be on your mind whenever you walk out onto that stage?
Well, this is our first sold-out show, which we're really excited about. So hopefully it looks really packed in there. I'm probably just gonna be worried about everyone. Once again, it's just so hot in there. Yeah, we got a cool video we're gonna play. Hopefully everything else.
Some nice like background setup. That's dope.
Yeah, we got a little surprise.
Yeah, so y'all said this was y'all's first sold-out show. I know that you played. You guys were the opener for Remy Wolf for UT, right? So that was kind of a bigger stage. How does it feel, and like what changes in your performance now that you're in a smaller setting, but it's like sold out with your fans, you know?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot more to us now that it's us on the heavy bill. It was a pleasure to play Remy. She's so talented. A lot of people lose really good exposure, but it's been a long time. We've been prepping a ton, months of preparation, planning for the release, the show, and we
We've just gotten really tight, playing a lot of shows before this.
This is y'all's EP release show, correct? How do y'all feel about the EP? What really inspired you to make this EP?
A lot of it was based off our first year in college together and meeting each other. We went to the city, Austin, that we've learned to call home, and that's kind of the main idea of the whole EP. But yeah, we were impatient to release it this whole summer. But I think it's coming out at the perfect time. Like back to school party, and we're happy to be celebrating as a FROTHING Fest and everyone else here tonight at Mohawk.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys took the time to talk to me. Would you just like to say anything to your fans?
I don't know.
Thank you guys so much. If anybody's listened or saved or just seen us on Instagram or anything, we're thankful for each and every one of you. We hope you guys like the EP. More music soon.
Come to a show. We got a lot coming up this fall tonight. So.
Awesome. So thank you guys so much. This has been the Glassmith with West 22nd. Hey guys, we just got back from frothing. Thank you so much for watching the podcast as well as our behind the scenes frothing adventure. We just wanted to give a quick little shout out to everybody who came today. Sky, you can follow him.
You can follow me at Dylan__Sky_. You
can check me out at The Glassmith on Instagram, at The Glassmith ATX on TikTok, The Glassmith on YouTube, and Glassmith Gals on Instagram.
You can find me at MOONBBY6, Worm News, I Hate Worm Mag, and Worm Trip.
You can find me at Frothing Fest or at Baxter W11.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. There's going to be a discount code for 10% off for a week after this drops. If you go to any of the shops and you say Baxter, you get 10% off. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Welcome, friends.